Welcome to Boma Tutorial. Today we're going to talk about how we can be able to work with different data types in Python. So a variable can store data of different data types. There are different data types in Python. Now let's take for example of first let's create our Python file. So I can come back to my project browser. I'm using Visual Studio Code, so you can use PyCharm or whatever code editor that you have. The same thing that I'm doing here, you can also do it there. Definitely it will work. So for example, I can come here and I can say screen. That's the screen, the name of project screen dot. So what is the extension? The extension is py now. So and you enter, so my Python project is already created now. Now, remember we're talking about data types. So I can just come here, write a comment. And also, I can just data types. So there are different type of data types. So we have string, and we have integer, or we can say numbers. So let's just say integer, int, command. We have boolean. We have boolean. So we have so many data types. We have float, we have dictionary. So it's so short. We'll just call it like this. And there are so many. But tuple, we have list. The list go on and on. So there are so many data types in Python that we can be able to use. So I can just come here like this, comment this, or select this. When it's been selected, press Control and /. So these are different data types in Python. So the question here is, how can you be able to identify a data type? So now let's come here like this. Let enter. So let's say for example, I want to know whether there is an integer or a number. So I declare a variable. I call it x is equal to is equal to 5. So x is equal to 5. So now I declare a variable, I call it s is equal to 5. So I can enter and say print my parenthesis and say print 5. And so, yep, print x. So now to know, so I'll use the word type, parenthesis. So I come here like this, use the word x. So it will tell me that this is an integer. So if I run this, so that run this and see, so you see, this is an integer. Look here. So you see class integer. If that screen, let's say for example, I come here, let's say I say name. Okay. So I say name is equal to Lepo Peter. So if I come here and I put name, so I just read type. So if you put type there within the print command, you will know the type of data type you work with. So you can just come here and say name, and I save this, run this. You see screen now. So if that float, so if that float, if I don't know what that float, so if I say 13.45 and I save this, so the variable can be any name, so you're not matter. So I can just come here run this. You see, if you look at it, let me see, I'm working with float. So this is how we can be able to identify the type of variable that we are working with. So I can just select this and get rid of it. Now, let's do an example of a screen. Now, so we want to talk about screen. So what is a screen in Python? So screen is a text or a letter. So I could just come here and write it. String is a text or letter. So that is it. So I could just left click, select this, and press Control/. So this is it. So if I want to rename this my file, I would just come here like this, right click on it, and you're going to see rename. So I can click on it like this. Let's just say I could say screen 1. I just enter. You see? So I could just say screen 1 and I enter. This is how you rename in Visual Studio Code. Now let's come back now. Let's come back. It's still discussing about screen. So we say screen is text or letters. So let's say, for example, if you just want to print a screen without declaring a variable. Now, remember we said before that print is a powerful function in Python. So I could just come here and say print, and for my parenthesis, inverted comma. So I could just say welcome to Python class. Save this. If I run this, at the end of the day, you're going to see welcome to Python class. So that look here now, if I come here like this and I run this, you're going to see welcome to Python class. So it will print this out for me. So you see here, welcome to Python class. We're all declaring a variable. Now let's use print now where we're going to declare a variable. So we come here, we say student. So it's a student, name of the student, or inverted comma, and we can say Brahma. Brahma is the name of the students. So this is a string. Why do we say it's a string? Because we use inverted comma. So I will come here and then enter, and here I could say print. So I could say print and put this here, and I will just say print what student. Also, yeah. So now if I finish, I will just save this. If I run the Brahma will be printed. So I can run Python file. You're going to see Brahma. You see Brahma is printed. Now, what if I declare a variable? Okay, let's say for example, let's build a less simple app. Let's do a less simple app. So let's say we have a store. So let's comment this so that we cannot get confused. So we can come here, we press or Control/. So that be a simple app by using string. Only string we're using. So now let's come there like this with our print command, and for our parentheses. So we'll say inverted command. We'll say welcome to our store. Remember, we're using only string. We're using only string to build a simple app. So we can do that there. Welcome to our store, and from there we can come here and enter. Now, at the end of the day, we want to ask a question. So we'll say print, and we'll do it like this. For our inverted command, so we'll say what is your name. What is your name? So we can come here like this for our question mark. But so asking what is your name? Then we declare a variable. Let's declare a variable. So we'll say name. Okay, name is equal to Boima. Let's say name is equal to Boima. Okay, so we'll say name is equal to Boima, and we enter. Now we want to print now. We want to use the print command. Remember, these are all screen we're using, only screen we're using to build this app. So it's a store app. When you enter in the store, it will ask you, what is your name? Now we want to print off a sign of variable that is equal to name. So we can come here, we say print parenthesis. Now in this print now, we're going to ask a question. And so so we're going to print out my name is. So we'll put inverted comma and say my name is. So we'll put my name is, come outside space, we'll put plus. The variable that we declare name is what we're going to call now. So we're going to say space, then we'll say name. So you see that? So let's save this and run it. You see, it will print out, it will ask all these questions. These are all string, just a string we're using now. So we can come here like this and we'll say print. Yeah. So we'll print this screen out. Yeah, so you see that? Welcome to our store. What is your name? My name is Boyman. But the project is not done yet. So we want to ask now, what do you want to buy? So we'll come here like this. When we start dealing with input, we're going to see will be a similar project like this in input. But now we're just learning to get a concept of how string work. So I want for you to understand, to know how we can be able to work with string. Now, so I enter like this, and I'm going to use the print function. So print parenthesis. So I'm going to ask a question. What do you want to buy? So upon my name, so I say what do you want to buy? That's the question. That's all. What do you want to buy? So when I ask this question, what do you want to buy? Then I'm going to enter, and I'm going to put a variable there that will call buy is equal to smartphone. Smartphone I want buy. Smart. So it's smartphone I want to buy now. So and I put phone. Or let's say iPhone. So put let iPhone be. So that put iPhone. So iPhone. Now so so that iPhone you want to buy. So we enter. Now the next thing is I want to print out this variable that I declare. So I will say print parenthesis. And I will say I want to buy inverted comma I want to buy. So what I want to buy, put plus. Okay, so and I'll call the variable buy. So I'll call this variable buy, and I will enter. So I want to print out, I will say thanks for visiting us. So I'll say print this one, parenthesis. I'll say thanks for visiting. Thanks for visiting us. See it? So if I save these are also screen we're working with. So I could just come here like this and I say run. Okay. There's a lay error that is giving us It's a user last call. Okay. So you know the reason why I gave me an error because this iPhone is a string. Instead of string, we should put it into inverted comma. So we now did it. So let's take it from there. So we can come here like this. We can call this pull inverted comma and pull Control V there and save this. So we can come back, get rid of our terminal and run it back. We're going to see. So you just have to, okay. So our code is running now. Just give it a few seconds for it to compile. So it's in it. What is your name? My name is Bama. What do you want to buy? I want to buy a phone. So you can come here like this. You can give it space. You can even come here like this. Give it space. You can come here like give it space because you notice a join here. So you can save this and you can still run this. It will still happen. Now the next thing is we want to talk about. Okay, so you see here, I want to buy a iPhone. So we are still learning about string. Wow. So let's declare string. So we can come here and comment this up. Yep. Comment this. All right. So I already taught you how to comment. So what we want to do, we want to declare a multiple of string. And there's certain thing they call concatenation. This is what we've been doing. We're doing concatenation. So we're coming to do more concatenation in string. So I could come here like this, and when I come here, what I will do, I'm going to declare variables. Maybe I want to print my full name is. So the first thing is I put first. Uh, so first name. So these are all variables. Different we can declare variables. So that string. We're still working with string. The first name is Boima. My first name is Boima. And my last name, and let me use this. Yep, this is my last name. So I enter. Now I want to have or I want to print off both first name and last name using concatenation. So let's take for example, I can come here like this and say uh, full name. Full name is equal to first space plus put a double quote and you say plus last name. So because I want to join both first name and last name, I will say, my full name is Wemakwet. This is what we call concatenation. Now, when we are done, we enter. Now, when we enter, we use the print command. The print parenthesis. We put this there. Now, we're going to say my. That's all. My full name is. My full name is. So we'll come here like this and put plus, put the plus and put full name, the variable that we declare. Put full, so you see, full name. Yeah. So if we save this, the end of the day, since we declare two variables and we use concatenation, you see my full name, it will print this full name. So we can come, we'll run it like this, Poema Kwe, it will print all together. So we can come here, run it like this. So just for a second. So you see, my full name is Poema Kwe. So you'll be able to print it up. This is what we call concatenation. Now let's do another example of creating brick. So we want to create brick. So let's take for example, we can come here like this, and we can comment this up so we can get confused. So the next one we want to create brick. So I could just grab a comment, you know, say creating brick, just creating brick. So just creating brick. Yeah, creating brick. So what if you want to create brick? Let's say for example you using the print function. Let's use the print function print parenthesis, put an inverted comma, and we say hello. We say hello, then we say hi. We can put how are you doing? So let's print this now. Let's see. How are you doing? Save this and print this. Okay. So we can come out of this. So run Python file. So remember this one that say okay. So let's change. Yeah. So we get a hello here. So remember this hello is on a straight line. But what if we want to create a break that instead of the hello be on straight line, the hello will remain up. How are you doing with drop? That is what we're talking about. This is what we call break. So we can come here today, create this, and save this now. It's just easy, straight. So we can just come here like this and enter. So you see, hello is up. How are you doing? Drop down. So this is how we can create break. Now, we want to the next example. So let me just comment this and comment this. Okay, and we enter. So the next example is want to work with index. So we want to work with index. So that work with index. This video is long, working with string. So that work with index. So now the next example is we want to work with index. So I will write a comment here like this. Working with working with working with index now. So yeah. So we'll come here like this, select this, and we can be able to comment. So working with index now. Index what we're working with. So like for example, index we start with if we want to print an index of a characters, let's put it that way. So let's tap this off, so we can be able to understand it first. So we have Boima here. So now Boima is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 letters. Now if we are using index, they Boima they be here. Let me see what I can make this be. Okay, very good. Let me make it smaller, small more. Okay, very good. Now I think much better. Now we have, if you look here, we have Boima, Borma. These are 5 letters. But in index, instead of starting from 1, we're going to start from 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how index work. So we're going to write a code to know the index of certain letters in Boima. So the first thing I come here, I declare a variable and I call it first. I'm going to call the variable first. First name is equal to, let's say Boima. This is a string. So we're going to use Boima as an example. So now we enter. So we say print. So we say print parenthesis, and we say first name. That's all. Now, when we say first name, we want to print the index of 3. So we put our square bracket. So we put our square bracket. Now, so this is 1. Sorry, this is 0, 1, 2, 3. So that the M it will print. That's all. So we just say 3, the index of 3. So that M it will print. So we can save this. Let's run it now. Let's run our code and see. So we can come back here and we say run our Python file. Okay, so you see it printed M. It printed M. So that M it print. So if I put full, it will print the E, the index. Now let's do another example. Let's comment this out. So I just want to do everything regarding string so you can be able to understand this. Okay. So the next one is so what I will do, so let me just uncomment this first name because we just use no need for us to declare another move variable. Okay. So we can come here like this. Now we want to know whether Boima is a capital. Is a uppercase, whether everything is an uppercase. So let's take for example, because you see Boima here, they are all uppercase letters. So Python can tell us whether they are uppercase letter or lowercase letter. So for example, I can come here and say print and parentheses, and when I put print, I'll call all my variable, which is first name. When I put first name, give a space. Oh, sorry, come back inside the print function, give a space, say dot is is upper. So we have it already. Is upper. So we just this is a function. So we can just put our parenthesis there. This upper. So now we can save this, see what will happen. So we can save this. We'll come back here, run our Python file, and you're going to see what will happen. So it's true. So this is uppercase. Now let's make it small letter. Let's make it small letter and see what it will tell us true. Save this. And also run this. See, they say that false because what we put is upper, but when we check it, they are not uppercase character. They are also lowercase character. So that move it upper from here and pull lower. So save this now. Instead of it being false, you see it's true. Yeah. So you see it's true. Now that run, I just want for us to complete string. So the reason why this video is becoming long. So now the next thing is, let's say we want to know how many characters are in the word Boima. So let's comment this also that we cannot get confused. Let's know how many characters are in the word Boima. So we're going to use a function they call length. So I can come here and say print, and when I say print, so when I use the word print, I'm going to say first name, and when I say before saying first name, I used to use the function called length. Okay, so click on this. So import parenthesis and put the name of the variable there, which is first name. So you're going to tell me that Boima is of 5 characters. So see here now. So if I come here and I run this, so you see 5. You see the 5 on all other days. So if you count Boima, definitely you will see that it's a 5 character. Now let's do our last example regarding string. There are so many examples, but we'll do this last one. I know the video is long, but we just have to deal with screen because I want for us to understand the different ways that we can be able to use screen. So let's come here like this, enter, and there's a uh there's a function in Python they call replace, and we'll develop a game or we develop a project in Python called a wall replacement. We'll develop that project together. So let's come here and I can see working or wall replace screen. Yeah, so let's say wall replace screen. Yeah. So I can highlight, I can comment this just to document our code, and I can be able to enter. Now I come here and I can use the word print and put my parenthesis. So now remember we get a first name also. So let me come here first. Yeah. So let me change the B to, yeah. So we get Boima here. Now why if you want to replace just in Microsoft Word, there's a section in Microsoft Word that you can replace a word with another word after finishing writing your document or whatsoever. So there's the same idea that Python has. So now I can say the variable is first name, and I will say name dot replace. Replace is a function, so I can come here today replace. What do I want to replace it with? So the first thing I put my parenthesis, Boima. I want to replace Boima with Quick. Yeah. So let's say for example I can come here like this. Say Boima, the same way I spell it up here. So it's Boima now. So then put my comma, give it space. What do I want to replace it with? So I come here like this. I want to replace it with Quick. So you see that? Yeah. So I can save this. Now run it and see now. So this Boima here will be replaced with Quick. So because we use a Python function we call replace. So we can come here like this, run this, and go into C. So you see, is here, Boima will be replaced with the word Quick. So thank you for watching. This is Boima tutorial. Regarding replace, we develop a mini project where we'll write a whole sentence and be able to replace it with different words. So the video is long because I wanted to cover everything that I know regarding string in Python. Thank you for watching. You can please subscribe to my YouTube channel.